All right, so this is a debate. It's a debate that I have internally with myself, and I guess maybe only people that have caught shoal bass and people that have caught smallmouth bass can have this debate. But it's a debate that I struggle with, and in this video, hopefully, we're going to talk about a couple of the different aspects from shoal bass compared to smallmouth bass, and maybe by the end of it, I'll decide. But it really depends on the day. Some days I'm like, man, I love shoal bass and love them more than smallmouth, and then other days I catch fish like this one, and I'm reminded of how awesome smallmouth bass are.
What do you hit?
TRD tickler.
Nice. Seems like a good fish, man.
It's not bad. I don't feel like I got it cooked good. Oh yeah, that's a big fish.
Very nice. Big.
that's a damn big fish. Finally caught a shoalie. That's awesome. Yeah, that was fun. That is a fun fish. I can tell you right now, that fish right there smashed that thing. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That is such a cool fish. All right, we got to get him measured. We need to get a place kind of out of the current. That's a good one too. Wow, that was so cool. Dang, that was cool. That is a fun fish right there. That might be my new favorite fish. Can you see that? That's a shoal bass. And man, was that fun. Oh man. Wow. That was cool.
So I think this needs to be broken down further into more categories because anybody who's fished on the Susquehanna River knows that the Susquehanna smallmouth is so much different than most breeds of smallmouth bass. These fish will be, living most of their life in 2 feet of water or less, but they are acrobatic and they like to jump 3-4 feet in the air. And that's even big fish. 20-inch fish will be doing that kind of stuff.
Oh man. That's a fun bite. Buzz bite. That buzz bait wasn't coming out. Can't talk. Yeah. That might be a 20-inch fish. Got real pretty colors on her. We're gonna get her back in there. Oh, that is huge. That is huge. Oh, look at that shoal bass, baby. Oh my gosh, that is huge. That is a huge freaking cull.
So I haven't caught a huge amount of shoal bass, but of the shoal bass that I have caught, they've all been super aggressive and super violent when on the initial strike, and then they really just try to wear you out, which is a blast. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. This was the biggest shoal bass I've ever caught. It went 20.5 inches. Caught that on day two of the BOS at Lake Seminole, Georgia in 2021.
Oh, shh.
So, smallmouth bass, specifically Susquehanna smallmouth bass, um, I think they still have my heart. I think that they're the fish that if I had any choice as to what I wanted to fish for, of the fish that I've currently caught in my lifetime, I would pick a Susquehanna smallmouth over anything else almost any day of the week. And that's not to say that you know fishing for muskie or other big aggressive fish isn't fun, but man, these Susquehanna fish, they're just special. The way that especially like summertime topwater or even summertime shallow cranking, the bites are just, I mean, man, it's so much fun. And then to watch a fish like I talked about earlier, a fish that lives in 1, 2, 3 feet of water, jump 3, 4 feet in the air out of the just out of the water. It's impressive, and for that reason, I think I love Susquehanna smallmouth more than any fish that I've ever caught. What you're getting ready to witness in the next couple clips is one of the reasons why I had to come back to my Susquehanna fish. Man, that top water fight is just so insane. The way they'll get together and get into a group and then just wolf pack on bait. And you see it all up and down the Susquehanna and Juniata rivers. These fish, they they're big for a reason. They eat. They are not shy, and it's special whenever you come out here and you get on a good summertime topwater bite. As you'll see in these clips coming up here, it's they're just fanatics. It's wild. Just watch. So what I was doing right there was I had fish that were following my topwater bait back to the boat, and they were basically just teeing off on the bait as it was right beside the boat. And I would hook one, and I was waiting for like the second one to come up and get it to see if I could get a double. And then finally they started dispersing, so I just took what I had left, and that just ended up being this fish. I think that fish went somewhere around 18, 19 inches, somewhere in between there. But that that's just Susquehanna smallmouth. And here again, I mean, they were out in front of me this time, and you saw a couple blow ups where they were just teeing off on it. So such a fun fish to fish for.
That's heavier than the other one was. I don't know if it's longer.
So I want to know, for those of you who have caught shoal bass and those of you who have caught smallmouth bass, tell me what your thoughts in the comments are. I want to know, if well, one, if you have never caught a shoal bass, I'm still interested in your thoughts. And if you have caught shoal bass, let me hear your fish stories. I want to know what that shoal bass topwater bite might be like. I don't think I was there in the right season for it. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I could be persuaded if I went back there at a different time of year. But if you've caught both, I'm definitely interested in your opinion. But leave it in the comments and let me know. Thank you all for watching.